Alright, hello everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Today I'm going to do a little guide tip video to help people for Winds of Fallon right here. It's a new game. It's only been, from what I've heard, 2 creators have made this. It's free to play. I have not seen much content on here, so we're going to get in it and try to help some people out. Maybe they can find this and it'll help you guys. I don't know everything, but also here, let me turn the audio up. That should help. So again, we're gonna do, where am I? Right here, okay. We're gonna do the little tips. Let me go back to the main town. If you hit the middle mouse button, you can move. You can also use the direction buttons on the numpad. Well, for me it's not the numpad, I have little arrow keys next to the numpad. Another thing for moving, if you just click as far as possible, it will auto run. And then while it's doing that, you can just move around, zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. So when you start, you'll start about here with nothing. What you want to do when you first start, well, just so you do another quick note while we're here. This shop right here is your shields. And you can even check like shop shields. Here's your swords, but you can craft them. And then armor, which also you can just craft. Your potions. Your mining, which we'll go back to. Jewelry, character creation, and then your bank. But when you start, you'll start here. You want to come out. You're going to need some type of gold to get started, so you'll farm these guys right here. And these guys also, if you have this down, I believe it is. Nope. There it goes. Like when I click on them, you can see their loot table too. So these guys can drop a copper ring. Oh, I don't have a weapon on right now. Let me go back. Oh, I don't need the weapon. This guy here, if I click on him, you can see this boss, which if you go in here, will pull aggro. If you go in there, can drop this axe, which sells for a decent amount, but you gotta get up there. You do gain defense and attack, which for your armor, as you see, this requires 30 defense. The higher your armor, the more defense you need, and I can show you how to do that. Let me grab a weapon though out of my bank. I'll grab that pickaxe too. Not pickaxe, but the hammer. So like this weapon right here, I normally have. I was going to give it to somebody, but when you go to your any stall, you go to sell, you can put it in there. So see, that's 70 gold. And you can farm that guy and he just respawns. And all loot that drops for you when it drops. Nobody else can see it at first. Another good thing to note. But you will go there, you'll farm these guys. You'll eventually get enough money, since you saw that, to go here. Which you can actually get this for 0 for mining, which I think you should. You can get your all the way up to iron from here. There's another town where you can get the steel. And then there's a boss, which I will show the other town, and I'll show the boss that drops the other town that drops the steel pickaxe, and the other boss that drops the dwarven pickaxe, which is the highest. You can also buy this ore right here instead of farming it to use at the crafting station, which we'll go to. But when you have your pickaxe, you'll start mining over here first at these coppers. So you'll do these coppers, and then you'll move up. Once you get gold, you'll move to 10. Also, these guys, once you get high enough, I'm not going to attack. They have mining boots, which give you more mining power. This is going to be a little bit of everything for everybody. Hopefully you guys like it. I normally don't do these kind of things. But right there's your copper and your 10, which you'll take here. You'll go to this shop, and you'll get a hammer for 10 gold. Once you have the hammer, you need it. You don't need it for this part. You'll start crafting your bars. You'll start here, move up. They have gold in the game, but there's nothing to use gold for yet. You will end up at mithril. So when you get done crafting, smelting them all, you'll go to the crafting station, and you'll start here where it shows you 8 bronze, and you'll rank these up. And once you get higher and higher rank, and this is where defense training comes in. So when you go to level defense, you'll go here, you'll click on defense, and I'll go attack something so you can see what it does. My defense isn't too high. So you see this, it's doing defense and health. And then if you want to do attack, you just go to attack, and now you'll see us doing attack and health. And that's how you switch these. I'm not doing defense anymore because I only wanted a 30 defense for the highest gear. As you see, I'm still using the copper ring. I need to farm another ring. And then I bought this amulet and this shield once I got up high enough. You just gradually make your process up. So once you get done with your copper and iron, I think it was iron, right? Iron or 10? 10. Once you're done with your 10, your next step will be to move over here, which you still get the first 3 pickaxes right here at this town. You can even zoom out and then just click right there. I'll run over here. You'll start mining iron. This is all iron except for these 2. You have coal, which is which you'll need next. Coal. I'm going to show you another spot real quick. That's back here. Because once you're done with coal, I'm going to show you a better spot for coal also, but it's on the other side of the map. This boss back in here. Here, we'll just go in there. Luckily, nothing pulls aggro. But this boss right here can drop the Dwarven Dwarven pickaxe. So he's right there. We'll do a couple, we'll see if he drops it. It doesn't look like it's a 5% chance, it says. Do one more. I don't have any potions on me, so I'm not trying to do too much. I'm also trying to stay away so somebody else picks up the aggro before me. Alright, nothing again. One more. Most of this is knowledge just from the community coming together and helping each other out. It's actually a pretty good community. Well, we got 135 coins. Anyways. I'm not sure what these guys drop. There's another bank right here. So when you get done with coal and tin, or iron, I like to come back here because there is, I think these guys, are these the elves? Yeah, these guys can drop a great sword, I believe. If you're in the comments, you're watching this, you guys can also send tips and stuff. So right here's a really good spot for mithril. I'm not sure what this boss drops. The spot I like to go for mithril is right over here, though, because there's even more. And then you would just zoom out and try to run back to that bank, like you'd fill up, run back. As you see, and it's just moving. You can see this road right here. You want to go right there. Or no, this road right here. And then when you're filling stuff out, I'll show you that button real quick. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for anybody. But when you're dumping stuff, if you hold control and right click, it puts everything as a stack back in. So those are most of the, we got one more mining spot. That's really the biggest thing I'm wanted to show is the mining. I can show you some of the, like some of the drops too. Let me go ahead and put this back on. That way when I click on something, it doesn't pull aggro. These guys right here have a gold ring, which I'm surprised I actually didn't equip any of them. I don't know what that boss has. I just know the one boss has this Dwarven pickaxe, which is really good. That's the one I have equipped right here for, if it goes to it, for 50 mining pickaxe. The other boss I'm going to show you has this, which helps for smithing. Showed you the mining. Where the mining boots. For gloves, you can craft a pair of gloves that gives you mining too. The one gloves that's in my inventory, or in my bank, I actually got handed from a friend, or another game person. There is trade in game too. Biggest thing is just getting your mining done and your crafting so you can get the higher pieces. You can farm gold too and do it that way. Like people will put in here, like right here, somebody's selling. So now we're going to go. We're back to town. So when you go and you're ready for a steel pickaxe, you're going to follow this road. There's also an early shield and helmet you can get once you get high enough from these guys. As you see, they got this helmet, and then chance for this shield, and a chance for this ring. So they, which is funny because it doesn't even show the ring from them, but it does have a chance. You're just going to follow this road. And then for the pickaxe, or not the pickaxe, the smithing hammer, you want to go to the right here. So you saw that cave, you're just going to cut right. I mean, you want to group, it's not something you'll get right away, but I just want to show it so people know that it's here. This guy right here drops the smithing hammer. So we got the one boss that drops a two-handed great axe at the beginning. We got the other boss that drops the dwarven thing, which I think that and the smithing hammer too are your biggest things, because this is for the professions to gather. But this is that road we're going to follow. You're going to go inside this cave. Right here's another bank to drop stuff. But a best spot for coal is this way. You'll come in. You'll follow. When it comes to this, you'll take a left. And right in this room is all coal. So this is the best spot for coal. And then when you fill out, when I do stuff, I normally keep this whole thing empty except for my pickaxe. And I fill it up. You'll run back out, drop it at the bank, hit control, right click on one of them, it'll drop them all, and go back and grab another bulk of them. Need coal for a couple things, which I can show you. Now we're back to this spot right here. So you saw town 1, which was over there. You saw the road we were following. To get to the second town, you could go through the cave, but I'm not trying to get somebody through there. Instead, you can just go around this way. Nothing will attack you unless you actually attack them. Unless it's a boss. But right here, you can already see, is the second town. Up here, I believe, is a PvP area. And they got like gold, some type of gold dust or something. But there's nothing to use gold for. So once you get higher, which I do mithril sells for, I've seen it from 180 gold each to 200 gold for mithril. So again, you got your potion thing here. Right here, these little pylons can heal. Your bank. Your little spot to craft. Which these gloves right here are the ones that give you the mining points. As you can see, I have them right. Actually, I have them on me, I believe. I have them on because I've been doing more mining than anything. These ones, I'm not sure where they're from. Berserker gloves, they just dropped from a random mob. But you're going to go right here, because right here's your craft. Right here is where you get your steel pickaxe. And also, once you get gold coming in, you could just buy coal ore, because it's not that much. It's only 8. It takes 2 coal and 1 mithril ore to make a mithril bar. Which you can, let me zoom in so I can click on this. So you can see, just takes a copper and a 10. This one takes 2 iron, an iron and a coal, and then 2 coal and a mithril. So you'll need coal, a good bit of coal. That's why I was showing you that other room that has a good bit in that cave. And we'll show you another spot. I'm hoping I'm not rushing this. You can always go back and look. And also, if anybody else has other advice or tips or mobs that's good to farm to help somebody. Actually, let me put this on. So when you come in this way from town 2, as you see, there's a couple ores sitting around. Not much. But if you go first room to the left, you get gold. There's 3 here. And I think 4 right here. Then you keep moving up. These mobs right here can drop, I believe it's a great sword and there's a ring they can drop. It's like, I think it's the second in slot, or second best in slot. See if I get lucky. I haven't had one drop yet. I was trying to farm for one. There's also, as you see, mithril in here. There's just not that much mithril, and sometimes you're competing with everybody. That's why I like that other spot I showed you guys, because there's two big spots. Like there's one there, one there, one there, and they take a little bit longer to respawn, where that other spot just has a bunch, and there's two different spots of them. As you see, it shows your loot, like how much loot you've collected from a mob too. So far, all I've gotten just 169 gold. I have not been lucky to get this ring to drop, even though it says it's a 2.6% chance. Oh, there is something I want to show you with mining. I am going to stream this a little bit. First I'm going to do Dark Souls stream, but... Alright, so we tried that. So when you're mining also, you see these little blue things? These are gem powers. Mithril and coal give these ones. And what you do with those, your ring and your amulet, you can put one in. So say I take this off, and say you want to... Say you have a lower one, because you can also get these from like all the lower ore nodes. If you right click, it takes it out. And then so you can start with the low one, and then you can take it out and you just drag it and drop it in that box, and that puts it back on. And I think there's still a couple more mithril or iron. Yeah, see, I mean, this one has some mithril, but I don't like it. We're going to move back out. We'll kill one more just to see if it drops. Alright. Let's... Which way? Nope, we need to go back this way. As you saw, that was the other side of the cave entrance. Oh, forget it. Let's do another one. And then we'll go. Hope I attacked the right one. Nope. Health just leveled up. Now we got attacks about to level. Oh, it didn't level. I'm shocked. There it goes. I do not know what the cap is on these. We're all still learning. Alright, anyways, let's go back out. So another boss that I've found out from the community is in here. This guy right here, Pioneer, he drops a rapier. It's a one-hander. But instead of having slash and that, it has pierce. Trying to think if there's anything else. So we went over each one of the ore spots you would want in order from what you would go to. Oh look, there's a great sword. Now say I have this in my order. So see I have this here. And I could put this right here. And then if I hit 1, it's going to put my greatsword on. And then if I hit 2, along with Q, now I can put my shield back on. And you don't have to re-level attack either. It still has your same attack from whatever you're using. And a good way to make gold, I highly, highly, highly suggest getting your mining and your crafting up. Alright, we're going to switch back to 2. Throw a shield back on. And then you put your potions in here, but I don't have potions on me. But a good way to get your stuff up. Kind of cool, I got that. We're going. As long as you click on this from way back here, it will walk to it and do it. And there it goes. So you want to get your crafting and stuff up, and the reason why is you want to sell. What I like to make is you get high enough to do these, because they only take 4 mithril bars. And they sell pretty decent. That's how I've gotten all the gold I'm at right now. And that was after I bought this hammer instead of farming for it. It was for like 4,000, and then I bought this for 10,000, and what else? And the shield for 10,000. So you can't make gold. Then I went and farmed that. So I mean, that's town 2. This is the most I know so far. But I know when I was coming, there was no direction, and some people will help you. They'll be like, "Oh, just go to this spot," but they won't really. But there's no videos that's really like. Even the videos I saw where they're like, you know, there's 5 axes. They don't show you to go all the way over here to get the steel axe, and they don't show you the boss you need to get the dwarven axe. They show you the first town that has the first 3 pickaxes. Not axe, but pickaxes for the other 2 too. And they don't show you the route right here to get, there's coal. And then there's gold. And then they also don't show you, you know, there's the dwarven pickaxe this way. Or dwarven smithing hammer. Dwarven smithing hammer. The dwarven pickaxe was in that wooded area I showed earlier. Just like if you don't want to buy a shield early, you can farm those level 6 guys right here. They only drop a helmet. These guys right here are pretty common to drop gold rings. As you see, it's like a 33% chance. See, there's one already. Copper ring, I meant, not gold ring. Then that guy drops the 2-handed axe we was talking about. And again, this group right here drops the mining boots, and that's where you're going to start mining after you get your pickaxe for 0 from this shop. You can even, if you get gold, you can even buy the ore instead of mining it, but the reason I wouldn't buy it, I'm buying coal now, but that's because I have, my mining's now up to 40, well 41. But I'd rather mine it so you can work on leveling your mining and then doing the crafting so you can work on getting your crafting, because eventually there's going to be more and more content, and you want to try to keep these up. And the blue bars, you know, of course, the XP. There is evasion warding I'm not sure about. Even these copper rings, I don't know what they go for. I know it's not much, but it's still something to get going. 14 gold, I mean. Get a couple of those. You can already go to this one, which will help you for doing higher ore. And I think that's really it. Showed you where the order for mining is. You'd get that. So you'd start over here for the copper and the 10. You'd move from here. You can see it from here to this patch, which has iron and then 2 coal. But once you get to the iron, I'd farm a lot of iron here, run back, dump it, or you could even run to the other one that's up that way bank. And then you want to do the coal that was over in that cave area I showed. And then once you get done with that, and you get to mithril, along with the craft, it takes a while to get this stuff crafted, so you need quite a bit. Because you'll start, it even tells you the level, you'll start here, once you get to level 2 smith, and you make that level 4, level 6, level 8, then you have the first set. And then you got to move up all the way up to 38 is what you need to get this final set, which is the best set they got right now. Well, this is a one-handed. They have the rapier too. The weapon depends on what you like. They got the rapier. They got the greatsword. A lot of people want the elven greatsword, not the greatsword that I just picked up. So you'll farm that. You'll eventually get high enough level to farm that boss that was over in this direction to try to get that dwarven pickaxe, which is very nice. And then as you saw when we're mining, even these lower mine, like all of them have them, they just are lower percentage. See, like these ones are only 30%. You can put those in your amulets. I think I actually got the Berserker Axe from one of the level 10s back here. But that is a quick little tips and tricks guide to kind of help you get, I feel like, a really good start. Work on your craft, work on your mining. You'll get your gear that way. You'll sell your stuff. Like after I have what I need, I just keep making it. Especially right here in the starting town, just keep making it, sell, go to the bank, restock my ore, keep craft. So just build up a lot of ore first, craft, sell. And then, of course, get your potions. I hope this helps everybody. Thank you all for watching. If you don't mind leaving a sub and a like and a comment, and also everybody else that's playing this game that has any other like spots and everything that's good to show people, please leave a comment down there. That way we can all help each other and branch it out and get more knowledge out to everybody. But you guys all rock, and peace.